got our 6 playoff teams, but today seeding is the name of the game as 4 teams battle for their place in the bracket. And of course, our amusement, the most important thing of all things. Hello, everyone, and welcome to quadruple overtime bonus coverage of the North American LCS. What do you think of that? I like that title for a day.
Line 243, we have officially folded the foldy sheet all the way down.
Well, Mark and I have officially folded the foldy sheet all the way down.
That's a lot of folds. I just read 243.
Jat's folded game is weak.
Yeah.
Quite weak.
Didn't even attempt it.
That's all right, but that's the synergy Mark and I have built on the desk over more time than Jat.
Days.
Exactly, the dual stream days of just Mark and myself. Jat, get on our level.
We still have like the old bits of the foldy sheet.
We do, man. This is
weekend.
what we started with.
That
started with twice.
That's why there's so much under the desk.
Anyway, to review how we got here, let's pull up the standings where Team Liquid and Cloud9 took first and second, as well as those all-important first-round playoff buys. That leaves 100 Thieves, Fox, FlyQuest, TSM, all with 10 wins and a share of third place. But not for long, because we're going to solve all that today.
Yeah, an insanely entertaining last weekend of NA LCS, but also I do have to shout out Optic Gaming for making some huge improvements in the second half of the split, beating 100 Thieves on the last day, beating Echo Fox in Week 8, and then now have the dubious award of being the first 9-9 team to not make playoffs. Very unfortunate,
that
but
stings a bit, but you know.
Especially beating some teams in playoffs to kind of like be like, look, we do deserve to be in playoffs.
Right.
It's just only 6 fit in there.
Just think about it. 6 of 10 teams make playoffs. You win half your games in a 10-team league, and you finish 7th?
Right.
Like, it's very unlucky. I feel really bad for them.
Absolute insanity, but they did put up quite a fight here near the end of the split. Let's take a look at what our tiebreaker schedule looks like, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Fox and TSM are up first on the Rift, followed by 100 Thieves and FlyQuest. After that, the losers of those first 2 games will face off against each other, and will conclude the day with the winners battling for third place. Side selection will be determined by your regular season strength of victory. First up, 100 Thieves at the top of that list, followed by Fox, TSM, then Fly. So that's the order of the strength of victories there. And in any matchups, whoever is higher on that list will get side choice.
100 Thieves always has side choice. FlyQuest never gets side choice.
That's an easy way to look at it, for sure. Let's not beat around the bush, though. I want to jump right into the brass tacks. How do these teams win, right? We're going to start with game 1, and Mark, you're on the hook for TSM.
And I'm going to say this time around, as much as we tell them they should be more proactive, reactive is okay in this matchup versus Echo Fox, who are always pushing the tempo of the game, and that's one of the times that you can go a little bit slower. We did see them lose to Echo Fox with a split push Gnar when they were a little too reactive.
Or not reactive enough.
Is that a win condition?
Yeah.
It's like a word of affirmation to be like, you guys, you can be reactive.
Yeah, I think it's a win condition. You don't need to try and go out.
Step up from recycling old win conditions like yesterday, Jat. Let's not ask for too much here on the desk.
I'm telling you, you go out there, you pick whatever you want in the draft as long as it's not a horrendous draft.
Yeah. Mark half-assing his homework is better than not doing his homework. Or copying
yours.
yours.
I think this is a half-ass win condition. Because Jack goes in there and says specific champ names.
Yeah, my win condition for Echo Fox, Gangplank, Varus, and Syndra. Just get as many of those as you can. I feel like their champion pools are pretty small. They have a lot of success when they get any of those 3 picks.
That's interesting. So
very specific. Push towards the goal.
How is that not half-ass homework? He literally just looked at the latest champions they played and said, play them again. How is that anymore?
Well, I guess my question then is like, are you suggesting that TSM could just target ban those 3 things and Echo Fox loses?
That could have been a great win condition for Mark.
Because I don't think that's a win condition. It's just play the same 3 champs you've been winning with.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, that's game 1 win conditions. Let's talk about 100 Thieves versus FlyQuest. Mark, how's 100 Thieves going to come away with a victory?
All right, a little bit more specific for this one. I think strong top lane matchup is really important because Flame has kind of turned it around after not looking so great in the first half of the season. And then I do still want them to play through bot lane. We talk about Cody's son was the kill leader in the league right now. And I think ever since Meteos left, they have not done as good of a job of feeding him kills and getting him gold early because those 2 guys work together super well. So I want a little bit more action in the bot lane to get those kills rolling.
On the flip side, FlyQuest?
I find it interesting how we both have things that the team should do to the bot and top lane, but it's just kind of reversed. Like, for FlyQuest, I feel like they should be denying Xayah and Rakan from 100 Thieves because Cody's son is 6-0 on Xayah, whether he was playing it in mid or bot lane. And Afromuz Alistair, one of the other initiation supports he can play, he's actually been getting caught out a lot on, and Rakan has that disengage, which I think really benefits him. And then play through top. specifically because it's difficult to get a counter pick that can just beat Someday one-on-one.
I like that. Interaction in the side lanes, leave the mid laners on an island to some degree. That's how the teams might do it, but I want to put you both on the spot and see who you think is actually going to execute on these masterful strats that you've laid out. Yes, masterful, I'll call them. But taking a look at the games as they laid out, you guys have both elected for TSM over Echo Fox.
By the way,
why is that?
Yeah. Well, why is that? I feel like TSM moves in with a lot more momentum. They're on a 4-game winning streak. Echo Fox has lost 3 out of 4. The 5th game back is actually when they did play each other, and that was a very close game with the Gnar split push actually pushing all the way to the Nexus.
Right.
But I do feel like the momentum is a little bit in TSM side right now from the previous game.
Is that about the same reason
same
you
stuff.
Okay.
I mean, even the win that they did get versus Clutch for Echo Fox was not super convincing, and I thought versus a stronger team, they easily could have lost that one. So I think TSM is the heavy favorite. Heavy
favorite for teams that are all tied in the standings,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's one thing we have to remember is that we're essentially coming in with equal standing for all of these teams, and what we're trying to figure out here is the strength of them for the seeding. Game 2, you guys on the same page again?
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm a game behind Mark.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just keep tying them up.
He's just hoping I match him.
So in reality, Mark is just trying to get in your head right now.
I'm just trying to get them
he's
right.
like, whoever Jat's going to pick, I got to just pick the same team.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong.
We got lunch together today, and all I was doing was like probing him, seeing what he thought he was doing. What's interesting is last time at spring, heading into tiebreakers, I was 1 game behind, and I kind of inted by just picking upsets.
And you lost by like 4.
And I lost by 4 and made me look way worse.
Right.
Yeah. Whereas it's the exact same situation, but Jat just plays things too safe.
I'll still find a way to win or tie.
Or tie.
Yeah, and then we'll have a tiebreaker.
You need to get 1.
Hey, you guys aren't, you're not playing for nothing, too. You're playing for the prediction pineapple,
It's
and
true.
that's a big deal. Just in case you thought the pros were the only ones with some skin in today's games, Jat, you are currently 1 game behind Mark in that prediction game, as we just mentioned. And I know you've gotten used to sitting, or rather,
on his desk.
You've gotten used to this sitting on your desk, but right now, looking like it's looking for a new home.
Yeah. So, backstory, we bought this at a novelty shop in Berlin during MSI. We meant to
Jat
give it
and I
out
went on an
as a
excursion
gift
for
there.
this thing.
Dash forgot about it, so it became the NALCS award.
What?
It sat on my desk. Someone actually broke it by accident when they're moving my
remade
desk.
it.
But our PA has now glued it back together. So I hope that if you win, you take care of it, Mark.
It's going to just go some random surface in my apartment and just go into the clutter pile.
Glorified paperweight.
Yeah.
It's a very prestigious award.
It is very, very much so. Well, that's enough frivolity. Let's kick it over to the casters to get us into tiebreaker action.
Thank you very much.